Hi there, it's Pete. What we're going to do today, one of my subscribers, Phil Bentley, have asked me if I could break down and slow it right down that little video I done yesterday of having fun with the blues. Well, yeah, I'll do that, Phil, because I found it very hard to start with, because when I first was introduced to the 12-bar blues, it took me a little while to actually get it all. But I sort of persevered. I didn't do anything else. So all the little shuffles that we saw yesterday in that little video, we won't even look at that. We won't do any palm muting. All we're going to do is look at the three chords, which is the E major, the A7, B7. We're going to do the B7 there. I'll show you the other B7. And that is really the three chords. So it's an E major, A7 and B7. Obviously there is a B7 here, which I will show you later, but we don't have to do that one. So that's the three chords which we're going to do all the fingerings for in a minute. And we're just going to have a look at explain why it's called the 12-bar blues. So really the 12-bar blues is just 12 bars of different segments, different chords. We've got three different chords, which is the E major, A7 and B7. So what we got, out of the 12 bars, we've got 4 bars of E major. That's 4 bars of E major. We've got 2 bars of A7, which is 6 bars now. We've got 2 bars of E major, which is 8 bars. We've got 1 bar of B7, which is 9 bars. We've got 1 bar of A7, which is 10 bars. We've got 1 bar of E7, which is 11 bars. And the last bar is 1 bar of B7. So that's all it is, Phil, really. It's sort of broken down into 12 bars, sort of 3 chords. E major, A7 and B7. And that's it, really. So what we're going to do in a minute, we're going to go right through the actual 12-bar blues, but we're going to have a look at these chords first. We're going to have a double look at them, really, and do them twice each to make sure we got all the fingers in the right places. Once you've got that mastered, you're laughing if you sort of know the chords already. Then we'll have a look at the actual 12-bar blues and do nothing else, just the 12-bar blues. Obviously there is 8-bar blues, which is a little bit different, which is a little bit shorter. There's lots of different styles and chords and keys and all sorts you can do the blues in, which I said in my little video yesterday. So we don't need to do any of that today. We're just going to look at the 3 chords and the 12-bar blues. Now I have downloaded, I think it's downloaded or uploaded, I think it's downloaded, a 12-bar blues backing track, which is quite nice. I mean, I have got a few of my videos, my sort of covers, I've sort of got a backing track on those. So I've found this backing track today, which I've sort of downloaded to a playlist. So it's just one backing track at the moment. So it's called backing tracks, so it'll be easy to find, with the 12-bar blues, and it's actually playing the drums, I think, and guitar. So it's very nice to play along with. And even though that you haven't quite got your chords right and you might be, muffling them a bit, you can still keep in tune with the backing track. That's really, really good. I wish I had a backing track when I was learning this first. Right, so we're going to have a look at these chords, then just see how the actual 12-bar blues works. Right, so we've got the first chord, which is in E major. So a nice bassy sort of E major. I think the backing track actually does the first chord in E7, which you can do if you want to. But I think I would most probably keep it to the E major. It sounds really bassy there. Right, so your E major, your first finger is on the 3rd string, 1st fret. Your second finger is on the 5th string, 2nd fret. There it is, 5th string, 2nd fret. And your 3rd finger is on the 4th string, 2nd fret. So it's tucked right in behind that one. So that is your E7. So we're just going to have a look at that again. So your first finger is on the 3rd string on the 1st fret. That one there, look. Your second finger is on the 5th string, 2nd fret. So there we are, on the 5th string, 2nd fret. And your 3rd finger is on the 4th string, 2nd fret. So that one there. And there it is. Your pinky's not actually doing anything, so it's just those 3 fingers. We won't do any palm muting today. We're just going to do basic sort of stuff. So that's your E major. So if you know that one, Phil, it'd be great if you knew the chords. But if you don't, just take it nice and slow and just learn them. Just do the chords, get them more or less right, then have a go with this backing track. Right, so that's the first chord, A major. So now we've got an A7. What I do, I use my first finger in the 2nd fret, barring string 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it's like a little mini bar, that one, little mini bar, and you should have 2 open strings left, your E and your A. So don't even play those really. Well, you can play the 5th string, which is your A string. And so your second finger really is just holding it all in nice and tight. So I don't know if you can see that. That finger there is holding it all in nice and tight. And now you're using your 3rd finger in the 3rd fret of the 1st string. So have a look at that again. So your first finger is making a bar, like a mini bar, in the 2nd fret. So that little finger there is barring 1, 2, 3, 4. So you should have 2 open strings left up the top. You can see that. You've got your A and your E left. Right, so that's your first finger, 2nd fret, barring 1, 2, 3, 4, leaving your 5th and 6th string open. But you can actually play from the 5th string down. Right, so your second finger's not doing anything really, just holding it all in nice and tight. And your 3rd finger is in the 3rd fret, 1st string. So that's your A7. So if you've got a chord chart, that might be handy as well. Right, so a B7. So what we're going to do for the B7, I'll just show you the other B7 in a minute. But the B7 just slides up a tone with the same fingering, the same strings, but a different fret. So now your first finger is in the 4th fret, holding down that 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the 4th fret. So you should have your E and A string still being able to ring out open. And so obviously your second finger is just holding it all down again, nice and tight. So your 3rd finger is in the 5th fret now. It was in the 2nd fret before, but now it's going to be in the 5th, it would have been in the 3rd fret actually. Now it's in the 5th fret, so your 3rd finger is holding down the 1st string in the 5th fret. So if we slide it down to the A7, your 3rd finger is in the 3rd fret. So if you slide it all up, now it's in the 5th fret. Right, so that is really all the chords. We might just go over the chords, the A7 and B7 again. So your A7, your first finger is in the 2nd fret holding down 1, 2, 3, 4 strings, your 4 treble strings. Second finger is holding it all in nice and tight, and your third finger is holding in the 3rd fret, 1st string. So that's your A7. Sliding all up a tone. So now your first finger is in the 4th fret now, holding down 1, 2, 3, 4 strings, leaving your 2 bass strings being able to ring out, open, and your second finger, like I said, is just holding it all in nice and tight, and your 3rd finger is in the 5th fret, 1st string. So that's your B7. So we've got a E major, A7, B7. Right, so the other B, I call it a B11 because I don't generally use my pinky, so it's called a B11. So your B11 is your first finger is on the 4th string, 1st fret, and your second finger is on the 5th string, 2nd fret, and your 3rd finger is on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. So that's your B11, because we're not going to do that pinky. If I put the pinky in there, that would be a B7. Right, so but how I actually learnt my B7 was doing a E major, lifting up my first finger 1 string and my 3rd finger down 1 string. That is your B7 with your pinky right down the bottom as well. You can hear that. Right, so that's all your chords. Our second little video, we will do the chords again, I think. But we're just going to have a look at this 12-bar blues. I have got a backing track. I don't know if I mentioned that. I have got a backing track. It's in my playlist called Backing Tracks. There's only one in there at the moment. It's a backing track, same as what we're doing. Backing track for the E major and blues. So it's a 12-bar blues. So it's exactly the same as this. So we've got 4 bars of E7, 2 bars of A7, 2 bars of E7, 1 bar of B7, 1 bar of A7, 1 bar of E7, and 1 bar of B7. So that is your 12 bars. I know it sounds a lot, but when it's broken down, it's quite easy to do. Like I said, there is several different styles, or there is I think there's an 8-bar blues as well, which is a little bit shorter, which you can always have a look at one day. But we're trying to make it so basic as we can. So we're going to forget all the shuffles and all the outros and all the palm muting. We're going to forget all that today and just learn these 3 chords. And look at these. So what we're going to do, we're going to just count out the 12-bar blues, and then we'll call that a day, and we're going to do the same again on the next little lesson, I think. Right, so we got the 12-bar blues. So we got 4 bars of E major. So let's do that. So we're going to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 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 A7 now. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. E7. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 bar of B7. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 bar of A7. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 bar of E7 or E major, and 1 bar of B7. And that is all it is, Phil. It's just that little 12 bars. That's why it's called the 12 bar blues. It's got 12 bars, and this little backing track, which I've got in my playlist, will really help you keep in time. It really will, it really will. And I wish I had that when I was learning my 12 bar blues. So like I said, we've just got the 3 chords, which we've had a little look at. We might just do that 12 bar blues again. So we've got 4 bars of E major. So what we're going to do, we're going to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 2 bars. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 3 bars. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's 4 bars of E. So now we've got 2 bars of A7. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 2 bars. Back to E7 for 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We've got 1 bar of B7 now. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 bar of A7. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 bar of E7. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 bar of B7. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's all it is. We just got to count them out. So this little backing track, it should keep you in time. So once you've done the 4 E's, you'll hear it change to an A7 for two bars. So it'll be an A7 for 2 bars. Then you hear it again change to an E7 for 2 bars. And then you're going to hear it change to a B7 for 1 bar, an A7 for 1 bar, an E7 for 1 bar, and a B7 for 1 bar. So that's all it is, Phil, and anybody else who's interested in the 12 bar blues. So we'll leave it at that for this little lesson. So try and get your E major, your A7 and your B7. Get them all done, and then have a look at this backing track, because that will really help you with your strumming as well. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Hope that's helped Phil and anybody else who wants to have a little look at the 12 bar blues. So we'll forget everything else which we done yesterday. That was just really to show you the different little shuffles and little things that you can do. And yeah, so hope it's not too complicated, Phil, and we'll just try and make it as easy as we can. Cheers now, bye.